my level for Unit 76 for the college assignment. So, as you can see, we appear on some kind of island. Our main hero is like explorer, so he collecting rooms and looking for some adventures basically. Yeah. So I will just briefly go through the level, try to explain some details. Briefly because I can't speak for too long, it's just so hard. So we appear on the bay with the lighthouse, some kind of lighthouse over there, so people can navigate and come to the island if they are lost in the sea, or just to navigate. So it's a bit foggy, dark, basically at night time. There's a harbor house. It's quite light and friendly and everything, and here is a harbor worker, and he meant to explain some history about the island and etc. But I didn't do it like fully, but just he introduced himself, and that's it. I didn't go like in too much details, but I would if I would make a full game level. So suppose, oh, hello my friend, my name is Winston and I work in this harbor for many years. Just give me a minute and I will tell you about this island. So yeah, he would just carry on and explain some bits of story. Basically like what is going on the island and etc. But I have read in Gamma Sutra that it is very important, as this guy claims, Dan Tyler, having 15 years working for the industry, he claims that it's very important to use the principle of broken circle. So basically that means that you don't explain the full story to the player. The player has to fill the gap himself, like explaining some of the story to himself basically. So it should be just some bits should be missing. So that's what he gonna explain. He gonna explain that on one area of the map it's dark and dangerous, another one is a little bit lighter and better, and it's dangerous on that darker side, so people don't go there and they hear noises or something like that. But obviously the player will go over there anyway and just have a look, and we'll find out like what these noises are about and why it's dangerous. So for this level I have also used, not also but like mainly I've used assets from this store, like free ones. Some of them I use it and haven't changed, but some of them, quite a bit of them, I had to improve so they look nicer and they fit my story and everything. Some of them were quite poor. For example, this lamp was it didn't have the yellow bit on it. Emission wasn't set on, it was like all dark and it didn't work basically, so I had to fix that. Some of them I have improved. For example, there was one prop which was basically like a bent sheet, so basically there it is, yeah, with some text on it, but I have changed it to my own plan. Basically that's the first sketch I've done on in my notepad when I was thinking about making this level. So it's like real story, real life reference, just quite fun, I find. So this guy Winston, he would recommend to go to the post, so you can know, like a signpost, so you will know where to go. And he says that there is a town in this island and you just need to get there. So this wasn't anywhere. I had to make this myself. I used Atlas, the previous Atlas, for other assets, and I just added bits, but there were empty fields over there, so I just added those bits in Photoshop and just made a new this size, you call them like that. So yeah, that one shows that over there it's darking, and there's a town which Winston was talking about, and the harbor. So Winston was recommending to go a lighter way. You can say that this is a bit lighter and nicer this side, and this one is a bit darker and kind of grumpy or something. So just for now, we will follow the lighter way. For this side, I have used lights from these lamps, and also two big lights with low intensity but huge range. So that helped to light this area a bit up, so it's a bit nicer. You also can go to the water, because I didn't set anything what would block you from doing this, but it doesn't work. You can't swim, you just can fall from the side of the map. While walking, you can notice that there is something over there. As you come closer, it becomes like better visible. So as I said at the beginning, that you're like looking for runes, and yeah, also Winston would tell you that these runes are only visible at night. So I used stones from asset store, which are just absolutely normal stones, and I had to improve it in the Photoshop, so I made it like added emission on it, downloaded from internet, and also added particle effects and halo from the light. So when you go a little bit far from it, you can see it's like having like an area of the same light from it. And over there, that's supposed to be a moon, but because I'm using the fog, this moon is just you can't see it. So I don't know. I think that fog looks like very nice, so I decided to keep the fog rather than this moon. It's nice as well, but overall atmosphere with the fog looks much nicer. So I turn it back on, and moon disappears. I don't know how to make it visible through the fog. So yeah, now we're heading to the town. It's quite close. Still same lamps. Lamp posts, and you can see in the distance there is some more lighting. You can see now. And unfortunately, yeah, the moon is still invisible. So town is not big, it's small. And now I want to demonstrate the second path to the town before showing what the town is. So we're here again by this signpost and by this lamp and this crossroad by the bay here. So this time we will go the dark way, which is a bit dangerous and everything. So what we do have a sword, so we're not scared. For this side I have used much less lighting, like much more individual little lights with like blue color, so you can see it's a bit darker on this side. And this lamppost, they don't work exactly the same as previous one. The halo is a bit more fade, and intensity of lights very low as well, and a bit different color. It's a bit red. Next one even has a bit less light. Now it's supposed to have a less light, but I forgot to change it. And from this point, none of the lights are working on the lamppost, and Vincent's supposed to explain that as well. I just forgot to mention that on this side it's problems with this post because it's a bit mystery in here, so that's why it's dark and all that stuff. So as we carry on walking, it's dark and everything, and we need to be very careful and look around, because if you notice these lights over there, that's a skeleton, that's a monster basically. Downloaded from Asset Store as well, but it's one of those objects which I had to improve. So original one didn't have any emission on it, but for my level I've added another material and made this, like his saber or sword, be visible from the distance, and his eyes as well, so he looks quite creepy, but he's not gonna surprise you like too much if you are careful. If you just look around, basically you will notice them, and you can avoid them or you can fight them, you can choose. So as we go further, we can spot that on the left side there is something shiny as well. So we just carry on the road, and just because we are trying to be safe, we're looking around for these skeletons and not around as well. So we spot some, and there you go, there is another room. So we are curious and we need to go have a look. So some skeletons, they're in groups, so you can choose to fight them or not to fight. There's like another one over there to take the loot from them, or avoid them if you don't feel like you will handle them. This room has exactly the same principle as previous one, just different colors and different effects which could be applied on the player. And so we're just heading further to the town, and from this point you can see that lights over there start working again, so it feels much safer than in this creepy area. So we carry on. There in forest could be hidden some kind of other objects to explore, but it's just simple version. So this article explains an importance of colors and how they impact on human psychology. So it talks about warm colors and cool colors, and that is the palette for them, for these colors. Obviously these velvet one and blue ones, they are quite cold, and they are not the same friendly as warm, these ones, orange and yellow. And this leads to this book as well, The Fundamentals of Game Design by Ernest Adams. So he talks about atmosphere in game, and key factors in there, it's lighting and color palette. So it's very important to provide nice atmosphere is very important. So to provide a good atmosphere, you need to consider lighting and color palettes, as well as weather and atmosphere effects like fog, which I decided not to get rid of just because of the moon. So that's where I have it. So in here, obviously, it looks like much friendlier, soft lights, soft colors, but it's like dark and creepy, so you can see the difference straight away. So you go into town, you feel safe. There is a dead end, you can't go in there, you can steal something from these barrels probably. That's one of the houses which are open, so you can come in, you can steal, you can take, I don't know, you can, all these crates across the whole map, you can take items from them, and as well as these wardrobes where you can take some gear, some clothes. Same as, I don't know, from this crate you can take this sword, for example, which I have in my hand, and so we carry it. Yeah, these windows, by the way, had to be downloaded as well, because this house has been downloaded from asset stores, and at this type of buildings they had an open window, so basically when you come close you can just have a look inside of them, but there's nothing inside. So because these buildings are not in use by me and by players, as I imply, so there is no need people to see what is inside of them, so I just had to apply custom windows as well for that. The most of the houses are not available to come in, just a few do. So as we keep bringing stuff from that side, from the lighter one, and straight you come here, same as similar signpost as in the harbor. So just before going into that the main building, I decided to go and have a look on the harbor first. It's like a little corridor, nothing special, and there's a little harbor for people on the town, with few boats, few boxes and barrels, different kind of stuff, and like it lit nicely as well, so it's friendly, you feel safe. Yeah, harbor for trade or wherever for traveling, doesn't matter, just moving around the island as well. So yeah, and we're back to this post. Yeah, most of this building obviously are not available, you can't go in, but that's the main one in here now. This one is a bit more interesting. So in here you can see it's kind of a laundry in here, with some boxes, crates, you can get items from there. It's a nice atmosphere as well. So you come in, it's kind of library. Moon's supposed to shine through this window, but yeah, as I said before, it's not visible, and it's cut as well for some reason. There's another crate in here, and as we go back we can spot handprints, so we're curious what it's about. This handprint is custom as well, so yeah, have to make something what would attract attention of the player. But I come back in for that just in a second. So we go to the basement. It's still soft and nice, safe and everything. Now if you look around, you'll notice some kind of not secret but like a hidden area, so if you're in a rush you're not gonna notice it. Well, as soon as you come back you will definitely spot it. So you can get some more items from here. So as you go further you can see some kind of bottles and barrels, so it's probably something to do with the alcohol producing wine or something. And here is a door, and you definitely can see that it's something over there through this hole, this gap. And if you try to open it, it says that I need the key, so it's closed. So from what I've seen before, we just decided to come back. Yeah, the problem was as well in here is to set the ceiling. The ceiling is different as well. Because all the floors on the floors in here, they are transparent from under. So yeah, come back to this handprint, and as we come close, we can press E, and door slides off using Playmaker for that. And turn around, you can see a key, particle effects and everything. So I take it. Now we see that I taken the key. I need to adjust GUI for that so it's in the right place. But it doesn't matter for now. But you can see that we have a key. It's icon on the side. You can see that somebody been just in here writing books or reading or whatever, but it's all messy. So it talks a bit about the owner of the house. So we open the door again and go back there. So we're back in here with the key. And we simply can open the door. It opens and stays there. It's not the same as previous door upstairs, which slides back, it just stays over there. So in here it's kind of area where you can see that something happened. Few people were probably discussing something and it's just went out of the control, writing something or whatever. You also can see that there is a globe in here, so people are quite ambitious. Fireplace, etc. And another crate with some useful items. So basically that's it. That's all about the map. That's all about the map itself, but you have like a main objective. So basically if you talk to NPC like with Winston, he will ask you to kill those monsters, and for yourself you just collect those runes, items, whatever you need, and you just head off from this place, just using this harbor for next adventures. That's it for this level. Thank you.